Today, we are diving deep into one of the world's oldest healing traditions, one that's finding some serious new relevance on the global stage. I'm talking about Jamu. It's this incredible story that connects ancient wisdom with cutting-edge science, linking the rituals of the past with the remedies of the future. So let's get into the amazing world of Jamu.
So, the story of Jamu, it all starts in the incredibly rich, volcanic soil of Indonesia. This place is a global hotspot for biodiversity. It's home to over 30,000 plant species. But here's the thing, this isn't just a random collection of pretty plants. It's a vast, living pharmacy that's been the bedrock of Indonesian wellness for centuries. Okay, so what is Jamu exactly? Well, the name itself gives us the perfect clue. It comes from an old Javanese word, jampi, which literally means a healing concoction. It's a whole system of herbal medicine that uses pretty much every part of the plants. We're talking the roots, the bark, the flowers, the seeds, you name it, to create these remedies. To really, truly understand Jamu, we've got to go back. Way back. We're about to trace the roots of a tradition that has been passed down, often from mother to daughter, for well over 1,000 years. And just think about the scale of this knowledge for a second. Out of those 30,000 plant species, an absolutely incredible 9,600 have been identified and used for their medicinal properties. Now, this isn't just random trial and error. This is a deeply sophisticated system of knowledge, what scientists call ethnobotany. And for generations of Indonesians, Jamu has just been part of daily life. It's not something you only take when you're feeling sick. Nope. It's used proactively to stay healthy, to boost your energy, and yeah, of course, to treat all kinds of illnesses. You could say it's both a shield and a remedy. But you might be wondering, how do we know this tradition is so old? Well, the proof isn't just in stories passed down, it's literally carved in stone. Let's take a look at the hard evidence that proves just how ancient Jamu really is. Okay, check this out. This is the world-famous Borobudur Temple, a massive Buddhist monument built way back in the 8th century. If you look closely at its stone walls, there are these detailed carvings showing daily life, and right there among them, clear scenes of healing. People being treated with what look like herbal pastes and plant extracts. This is a visual receipt, a record of Jamu in action over 1,200 years ago. It's just incredible. And those stone carvings are really just the beginning of the paper trail. We see mentions of traditional healing in temple inscriptions from as far back as 772. Then, fast forward to the 19th century, and you have these royal manuscripts that start cataloging all these plants in detail. And then, the big moment. In 1831, the word Jamu finally makes its first formal appearance in writing, solidifying a tradition that had already been around for a millennium. This rich history is what gives Jamu its soul. But, in our modern world, we want to know how it works. So now we're going to pivot from ancient carvings to modern molecules to really understand the science hiding inside this tradition. And that's the crucial question, isn't it? After centuries of use based on real-world experience, can these traditional remedies actually stand up to the tough scrutiny of modern science? To answer that, let's zoom in on one of Jamu's biggest superstars, turmeric, or as it's known in Indonesian, kunyit. This bright yellow root is a cornerstone of so many Jamu recipes. And honestly, it's become a subject of intense scientific interest all over the globe. So what's the magic inside turmeric? Well, it's a powerhouse molecule called curcumin. This is the main active compound that gives the root all of its medicinal punch. And believe me, scientists everywhere are studying it for an incredible range of health benefits. So what has all that research found? Well, it turns out that modern science has pretty much just confirmed what traditional healers knew all along. Curcumin is a potent antioxidant, a powerful anti-inflammatory, it's antimicrobial, anti-diabetic, and it even helps protect your liver. This isn't folklore, folks. This is biochemistry. And this scientific proof is driving a massive change in how Jamu is actually made. So let's look at how this ancient craft is evolving, moving out of the family kitchen and into the modern, high-tech laboratory. For most of its very long history, this is what making Jamu looked like. A woman, usually a mother or a grandmother, using a stone mortar and pestle to grind up fresh ingredients by hand. All that knowledge was passed on directly, an oral tradition kept alive within families. And this visual tells the whole story of that evolution. On the left, the classic traditional method, and on the right, the reality of Jamu today. You see workers in sterile clean rooms using modern machinery, following super precise protocols. The ancient knowledge is still there, but the method has been completely transformed.
So in these big facilities, the old stone pots are gone, replaced by stainless steel equipment. Open-air kitchens have become sterile clean rooms. And the most important part? Every single batch goes through scientific testing to make absolutely sure that it's safe, consistent, and that it delivers the exact right dose of those active compounds we just talked about.
This beautiful marriage of tradition and technology is really what's paving the way for Jamu's global future. See, Indonesia isn't just trying to preserve its heritage, it's getting it ready to share with the entire world by creating some really strict standards for its herbal medicines.
And here's how they're doing it. The government has created this brilliant three-tiered system. It starts at the base level, Jamu, which is based on all that real-world evidence from generations of use. Then you go up a step to standardized herbal medicine, which has to pass safety and efficacy tests in a lab. And at the very top, the highest level, you have phytopharmaceuticals. These have proven they work in rigorous human trials, putting them right on par with modern medicine.
And I don't think anything captures this whole story better than this one image. Right here, we see a statue of a Jambo Jamu, a traditional Jamu seller, standing proudly at the entrance to a modern scientific laboratory. It's just perfect. This isn't about replacing the past. It's about honoring it as the foundation for all the innovation to come.
So as we see these ancient traditions like Jamu being validated by modern science, it really leaves us with a fascinating question to think about. As we keep searching for new remedies, maybe we should be looking not just to the lab, but also back to the wisdom that's been growing in the garden all along.